She's here. Your girl is here. Eponine vibes all around. I'm in my costume, in my dressing room. Look at as well. So I've just done my track, basically. Just done my track, and yeah, obviously I'll go back on the end and finish the show as well. But it's been a great day. We are on show 88, so we have just over a week left. And yeah, I just want to like take this time to celebrate my journey in Les Mis with you guys. Like, you guys have been following this journey since it started. Thank you to everyone that's come on board, that's been following, that's been rooting and encouraging me and supporting and coming to see the show. Woo! The support is, yeah, the love fills my heart so much, honestly, guys. And for the past 2 years, I've had to really reflect on it all, and I feel like I've been spoiled rotten in this show. It's been great to have been a part of it, and I can't believe it's coming to an end. But you know, sometimes good things must come to an end, and you know, never say never. You never know. So I obviously had to do Ask Shan, Eponine edition. So thank you guys for sending in your questions. We had loads of questions. Don't know how I want to get through them, but I'm gonna give it a try.
Mr. Jaden, this is your call. Mr. Jaden, this is your call. Thank you.
Jaden, that's right. He is phenomenal. Guys, make sure you also go and see the new production, because the whole cast is lit, and the story is just a must. Like, quickly before I go into it, I cannot believe I was not obsessed with Les Mis before I entered the show. I am now, like, you know, I was like, where have you been, Shan? But yeah, wow. If anyone hasn't seen Les Mis, please go and see it. Please go and see it, or make the time to watch, you know, the stuff online and stuff. And yeah, listen to the soundtrack. I'm on the soundtrack, the new one, 2020 concert. Listen, have a listen. And it's also on DVD or available to rent. So we got the first question. Are you going to miss Les Mis when it's all over? Are you ready for a break? Of course I'm going to miss Les Mis when it's all over. I really will. I am also ready for a break. But at the same time, we had a long break in 2020. So yeah, I'm grateful to even be here. So I'll definitely miss it. But I feel like everything's happened at the right time. So I'm grateful for that. Everything at the right time. God is in 100% control. And yeah, it's been great. This run has been so nice and sweet. It's like the icing on the cake. I'm just on my phone looking at pictures. Oh, look at them. That is too funny. That's Jamie, that's Matt. It's the way it moves. I'm done. Have you had a different chemistry with each Marius you played opposite? I definitely have. I definitely have. Each Marius is different. Every show is different. But playing with each Marius is great, because it's like it's fresh all the time, and it's a different take, and it's always wonderful. So yeah, who is it? Rob was my first Marius. Rob Houchin, out of this world. Wow, like I really learned from him, and he really gave me that space to grow in my role. Like, he was so, like, you know, accommodating and kind and gentle, not just as a person, but through the character as well, as I was learning, and it was my debut. And then I went on to playing with Harry Apps as well. He's amazing, and yeah, it's so beautiful to play with different people. Everyone is different. You have to adjust as well for each person, and just, you know, obviously the longer you play it with someone, the more you get used to them and understand what works, you know, what works well for you both. How has your time there positively impacted your life as an artist? Ooh. I would say it's opened the doors to new people now discovering Shanako the artist, so that's cool. And also it strengthened my voice, singing Eponine with that belt, you know. And also the discipline of, like, being on stage, you know, keeping it fresh every night, making sure you're maintaining your voice and your body so that you're able to perform a show. And also, as I said before, it just reaches a new audience, which is really nice, and people have really been have drawn well to my music, so I'm really pleased about that. And also it's made me want to do music more, if anything, because when you're in a show like this, your time is taken up quite a lot. So you have, when you're writing songs or doing your own music, you have to like sort of be in the right mind frame for it. Well, I do anyway. Whereas when I'm in the show, it's kind of hard to do both. So it's made me, I yearn now to do more music, more of my own music and stuff like that. Not a question, but I just want to say thank you for an incredible performance tonight. Thank you for coming. It's so amazing when when an audience member comes and they've been like positively affected from the show. Like people come to the show and then leave a different way, you know. So it's really nice, and then also to hear people's feedback is even better. I just see all, like, you guys just complimenting me, not a question, but I think you are amazing, not only as Eponine but also as a person. Guys, thank you. You guys are amazing. Amazing people see amazing people. What am I doing after Les Mis? Well, firstly, I know the day after I have got a gig and I'll be performing, doing some concerts. I want to take a breather, you know. I'm going to take a breath. It's important to do that. And I also feel like, as I said earlier, that writing and recording and releasing is also high on my list, high on the radar. You know, I can't forget about Shan, the artist that used to release music and let out that side of her life. So I will definitely be releasing music, performing, playing my guitar. You'll be seeing more videos, I'm also in a show called Children of Eden, which is a concert, a 2-show day concert on the 3rd of October. Tickets are also available, so if you want to come along and you're in London, come and see me in that. It's going to be amazing. It's featuring some great musical theatre acts as well, artists and actors, and it's telling a great story. I love the story already. So yeah, it's nice to be a part of another musical theatre show. So that'll be cool. What's one of your biggest on-stage mishaps? I would say when I was in the production of Les Mis that started in 2019 and ended 2020 March. We did about 3-4 months of that. The actual production where we have all the stuff like the scene and stuff, we're running around. I was wearing my Eponine skirt and I was running down the stairs from the tower, and it was like a bit of Marius and Eponine. And as I was running down the stairs, my skirt got caught, so I just had to drag it. And as I dragged it, it unclipped at the back, and it was literally about to drop. And I was like, drop! Held my skirt. Yeah, the skirt nearly fell. The skirt actually fell. I actually had to be like, put my skirt back up, but luckily I had the bloomers on underneath. Imagine if I had just my underwear. I was shook. And then Harry Epps was just like, what's going on? But yeah, and then I just had to walk off because I have to walk off like past the audience. So it's a walk of shame. Done. I'm done. Wow. What was your audition process like? Open auditions? What songs? Show material straight away? My audition process was interesting. So I received a call from the casting agency and from Cameron McIntosh's casting agency, and they asked me if I was interested in auditioning, and I had to think on it. And I was like, me and my manager was like, is this the right direction? You know, I just finished X Factor. I did want to go on to something, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to obviously release music, but at the same time, you know, we've all got bills to pay. So I was like, it would be good to, like, you know, not be in a struggle right now. We just got on the property ladder, so I was just like, you know, I don't know where my next income is coming in from. So I was just hoping to God, and I was just surrendering to the moment, because I wasn't necessarily signed. I'm still independent. You know, everything that I paid for. You know, you finish on a high of a show, and then it's like, okay, well, what happens now? So yeah, I got a call, and that call it was great to receive that call. And then when they mentioned Les Mis, I was like, how do I fit into Les Mis? You know, South London girl, black girl. Like, yeah. And I was like, and also, I haven't really watched Les Mis. I don't really know much about it. All I know is I dreamed a dream and stuff like that. I know, crazy. I mean, how Shan? But yeah. So So all I knew was that, and then I was like, okay, cool, let me do my research. So I did my research, I watched the show, not watched the show, I watched the film, and then I watched that stuff on YouTube, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what they see when they told me about Eponine, and when I saw Lea Salonga, the performance of her singing on my own. You ain't seen it, come on now, she's amazing. So yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I had to make the decision to actually go for the audition, and if it was right for me, because I always think whatever comes my way, I have to, you know, choose and decide, is this right for me? And then I went into the audition, and they asked me to learn on my own and that material. So I learned the show material, and I did about 2 auditions, and on my second audition I went to see, who was it, the directors and stuff, and they said, have you seen the show? And I was like, no. And they're like, are you free tonight? So I was like, yeah. So I went to see the show, and I also went with Dalton. So me and Dalton went, and I was like, wow, okay. And because obviously at the time I still was kind of getting used to the story, I was like, okay, cool, this is what's going on. What struck me the most was the costumes, the staging. I was just like, wow, like I felt like I was in another era. Like it was so believable. Everyone's acting was on point. Like I remember seeing the scenes in Paris, the lovely ladies. And one thing that always was special to me is when I saw
Miss Gabriella, Mr. Carey, this is your call for the wedding. Miss Gabriella, Mr. Carey, this is your call for the wedding. And flies, this is your call. Flies, this is your call. Thank you.
Woo! It's time. Hi. So one thing that really stuck out to me watching the show for the first time was Bring Him Home. Yeah, I was like, wow, who wrote this song? How have I never heard this song? Like, God spoke to me right there. Like, it was actually amazing. The writers of this show are just, I salute. And called Michelle. So yeah, I had to do that. Did two auditions in front of the directors, and you know what stuck out to me in that audition process was the way the directors made me feel, the relationship we instantly had. I felt like so welcomed. I felt like, you know, I can do this, although I felt, you know, very nervous and very unequipped at the time. But they believed in me, and that's what kind of helped me. And I don't know, when you're, I think I've gone through my life and I've suffered a lot with like not having the greatest amount of confidence and like low self-esteem in some ways, but yeah, having people believe in you in that moment is so key, and that's what I received. And then my last audition, I was in front of Cameron, and he said such beautiful words to me, like, you know, you have a voice that's a gift from God, and like it was so beautiful. And it was cool because he was like, oh, you know, just relax and be yourself, like you don't have to put anything on, just be yourself. And that's what was so special. And then I remember receiving the call from my manager at the time, and she was like, you got the job and he wants you to start next week. And then I started in the Queen's production as an ensemble, and I did that for about 2.5 weeks, I think. And we closed the Queen's, and I loved being in the ensemble. It was so much fun, and the cast was so much fun and so welcoming, and being on the Revolve, and yeah, I was just like, wow, is this really happening? But yeah, so like even in terms of preparing for the audition, I studied people that I'd seen do it before, so like Lea Salonga, Eva, Carrie. Like I watched all their videos, and I was like, okay, this is how you do it, and like, you know, taking on how their perspective of Eponine, and yeah, it was really good and very helpful towards my audition process. If Eponine was a drink, which would she be? She would be, I don't know, she would have a rum punch or a really strong drink, because she's strong, she can handle it. Or she wouldn't even drink at all because she wouldn't need the drink, you know, she don't need to get, you know, all high, she's already high, she got this. Or she'll have a green tea. Okay, if I could play any other role, what would it be? Is that in Les Mis? As this is the Les Mis edition. If I could play any other role, I'd play Fontaine. I love Fontaine. Love the song I Dreamed the Dream, and that's the song that I knew, like, whenever I hear a Les Mis, I'm like, oh, I dreamed the dream. So yeah, Favorite cast moment? I don't know. All of it. Like just seeing everyone on stage together is so beautiful. I think when I finish on my own and then I'm side stage preparing for The Little Fall of Rain, I'm watching everyone and I just admire everyone and like singing out in character, and also seeing Matt Dempsey playing, you know, making funny faces to him if anything, and just like it's nice to be off stage and looking at everyone. So, yeah. Are there any other cast moments? I suppose warm up and then when people make speeches and stuff. I love that. I love like things that bring people together. I hope to be back. Will I ever be back? Someone asked. I hope to be back. Do you know what? But as they say with Les Mis, you start and you don't leave. So eventually, you know, if I'm asked back in a few years' time or whatever, I will come back, of course, and it's the right thing for me at the time. I'm here for it. What is something you will really miss about this show? I will miss the people. I will miss hearing the live orchestra. Dun dun. Jeez. I will miss it. I will miss singing on my own and stuff as well. But it's mainly the people, isn't it, that make it, and the music. Yeah, I'll miss the people. I'll also miss like my dressing room girls dancing and all that. Do the cast get bored of the music? How do you stop it from getting repetitive? I don't know, when you're in this role, you just, especially like when you have like a year contract, you're prepared, you know what you need to do, you know what your job is, so there's no room for like, oh, I'm bored. There's no room for that. This is our job, this is what we do, this is what we love. We're happy to be here every day. Like, you know, when you it's like you come out of your house and you're going to a happy place. Like that's kind of how it is, as much as obviously Les Mis is a sad show, touching you all in your feels and in your heart. But you just think of new things. Like sometimes when I'm on stage, I'm like, oh my gosh, Beyonce's in the audience tonight. Beyonce's in the audience. Alicia Keys is in the audience. Whitney Houston's in the audience tonight, guys. And also it helps when you have family coming in and friends and stuff. And also as you sit down, you see new faces every day. So it's like, oh, this is new. Let's give them a good performance, you know? They deserve this. And it's such a great score. Like, what a classical score. So there's no room for us to be like bored, and once it gets to that point, I think it's time for you to leave. Best and hardest thing about playing Eponine. I would say the best thing of playing about playing Eponine is that she can sort of be like, she's carefree, like she does what she wants, like, you know, she can be herself, and she's like, you know, quite cool and stuff. There's so much room for someone, whoever plays her, to put their own spin on it and be themselves in it, and there's a lot of room in her character. The hardest thing about Eponine, I would say, is that the trauma she goes through, I suppose, especially like getting shot for Marius, and not, you know, the heartbreak of like her not getting her love that she really wants. And I suppose technically in the show, Eponine is very belty, but she does use a wide range, so you need to have a wide range when you're singing her songs. So yeah. Winter, winter, wind is blowing, my ears are still whisper. I never know, you never know. Imagine me playing Madame Thenardier when I'm older. See you all in out, see you all in heaven. So yeah, I'm gonna go back on soon. Ah! What's my favourite musical number from the show? That's tough. I feel like I love At the End of the Day. At the End of the Day. Wow. Also, when I'm in the show, I love singing At the End of the Day, and also obviously On My Own. It's tough. It's not easy, that song. But when I'm watching the show, like, Give Me, Bring Him Home, I Dreamed a Dream, all that stuff, you know? I think favourite memory backstage. My favourite memories have to be dressing room vibes. It's different this time around because, you know, we're in COVID, like we're in the pandemic season. It's not the same. You can't just mingle with everyone all the time in the same way. So it would be like being in the dressing room. I've shared the dressing room with Ebony. She's been great. We've done like TikToks and like just getting to know her. She's teaching me French as well. And also Kelly, being in the dressing room with Kelly. I long to share a dressing room with her, so I'm happy that that's happened. And our dance videos, have been dancing a lot and doing those and like seeing the joy that's put on you guys' faces. It's been real cool. What has playing Eponine taught you? I'd say Eponine taught me to fear not. Have no fear. Be you. Don't be scared. Stand up for what's right. And I don't know. And to like, I just love how she loves fully, wholeheartedly, and she's quite selfless. So yeah. But strength is the key. Can you be on the West End and have tattoos? I think you can. Obviously, the tattoos are everywhere. Like imagine me with tattoos all the way. It wouldn't really work unless I'm gonna cover them up. You know, it will get in the way. So it's good to have. It's best if you want to have tattoos to like get them in places that are disguised and not necessarily blatantly on show, or not huge and stuff. So if you get small ones, cool. But like those big ones, like up there, you're playing a character, isn't it? So it kind of will draw away from the character that you're playing. Someone said, seeing as Marius is obviously blind, may I have the pleasure of this dance? Of course you can. Who inspired you to play guitar? My dad inspired me to learn and play. My dad inspired me to learn and play too. Have I ever read the book? No, I haven't. But what I will be reading, I'll be reading this. Oh, upside down. I haven't read the book, but I think I should read the book. I will read the book. Someone asked, what has playing Eponine taught me? So I don't know if I've answered this already, but I do have something to add. Like, she has taught me that you're better off being 100% yourself, and just people will have to take you as you are. You only have yourself. So yeah, be comfortable in your own skin, and yeah, be bold, be you, be fearless. Yeah, just be yourself, and people have to accept that. People will, and there's a purpose as to why you are the way you are. Our looks, our shapes, where we live, what we do, what we love, so that's what she taught me. Thank you, Eponine. I actually really love Cosette as well. How strange, this feeling that my life's begun at last, this change. Can people really fall in love so fast? What's the matter with you, Cosette? Have you been too much on your own? Imagine. I love Cosette. Beautiful melodies, yeah, it's really beautiful. Whose voice do you love hearing the most in the show? Wow. Everyone's voice. I love hearing everyone's voice. I do love listening to Lucy Jones. Woo! My girl can sing. She's a beast. People say they're a beast. She's a beast. She's a beast. Like, wow. That girl Lucy, she can sing. Like, and I love how she sings and acts through the song, especially I Dream the Dream. Voice of Still, I love that. And also I really like Aaron, he's a swing. Aaron's voice, wow, another standout. He's like, his voice is so unique, and whatever role he plays, he just brings his own thing to it, and it's like, this is very special voice. I love everyone's voice. I'm here for everyone, because the reason why I love everyone is because, like, I admire the talent behind it, because a lot of it is character as well. A lot of people bring character to their voice, or the character that they're playing, and I really admire that. Not everyone in the show has got all these melodic and songs like on my own or anything, but a lot of it is characters, so there's a lot of talent. So I love hearing it, and I love the characters within people's voices. Watching other people in the show and how they use their voices to portray their character is very entertaining, and also I learn a lot from that, and I'm like, wow, like they're, like, for example, Matabois, or even Thenardier or Madame Thenardier, like how they use their voices to bring the character to life is amazing. And you know, it's not always just about the voice, and that's, you know, it's about the acting through the song and telling the story. That is the key thing. As long as, but obviously as people and myself, like, love a bit of ear candy, you know, it's all about the ears. I hear and I see. What has been my best memory from each Les Mis production? So I started off in the Queens. Oh, I just loved being in the ensemble. That was really, really amazing, really cool, really fun. I was like a deer in headlights, but it was really good. And just the newness of it all, like I was like, whoa, it's a totally different world, but it was amazing, and I felt very accepted, and it was nice to close the Queens, and I felt like I was a part of something special, although I'd only been there for a short while. And then the concert. Best memory, concert, the first concert. There's so many. Look back on all my vlogs, from the vlogs on from the concert. They're all on my channel, so check them out because they're all my highlights. Like the Sitz Probe, the singing, you know, outside of the theatre, Hyde Park, you know, Carrie, the girls, Lily, everyone, yeah. Katie Seacombe, wow, I miss them. So the people, it's always the people that make it, and it was just really cool to like watch and observe and like see how people do their thing and get to know different people, hear different singing styles. Like when I stepped into that concert, I was like, oh my god, like their voices, like they used to have some of these baritones and you have like these really high sopranos, and I was just like, wow, you know, when you're used to only hearing like, not only, but like hearing pop or R&B, like, and then you hear the classically trained singers, it's a different ball game. And then the Sondheim, I was really excited to like get active within the show. So I'm really pleased that I was able to experience that for 3-4 months. And just the running up and down and like really being in the world of Les Mis, like I felt like I was in the world of it all and not having to just focus on the singing and the audience. So that was really cool. 2020 concert. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, 2021. The 2020 concert was really nice because I was able to get to know new people, and you know, having done a few productions before, I felt like I was coming into my own, and it was like, you know, I was starting again because it was like a similar cast of Carrie, Alfie Boe, Michael Ball, Matt Lucas, like, and Katie again. So it was nice to sort of have another chance at it and like really be comfortable within myself and what I was doing. I had the confidence, you know, behind me. And then we're back here now, summer concert, and it's just, I think obviously having gone through COVID that season and gone through the pandemic, and we're still going through it now, coming back was very different to the first times, but it was very special because it was like, you know, we're a team, let's do this, let's put on these shows, we're so happy to be here. So it was just a beautiful environment, and everyone was just like so thoughtful of like themselves and others and the season that we're in. So, and you know, we all put in the hard work to make sure everything happens as it should. Who was my favourite person to work with? That's a tough question. All the girls, every person I've shared a dressing room with, it's been my favourite. I love them all. And who else is there? There's like different people in different productions. For example, like first concert, everyone was so cool. Everyone's so individual and has their own individual characters, and I just love it. So it's hard to pinpoint one person. But I can say like the girls definitely favourite peoples. Everyone that you see me share a dressing room with: Carrie, Lily, Katie Seacombe, Josephina, Rachel Ango, Ebony, Kelly. Girl, I can tell you've been crying and you're needing somebody to talk to. Tune, yeah, Tune. But yeah, sharing dressing rooms with them, because you really, obviously, when you're in a dressing room with people, you get to know them and you spend time and you bond. So that's been really beautiful, and also like Valjean running from the police. Yeah, so you get to know people and you develop a bond and you create beautiful memories and you make the environment fun and beautiful and encouraging and uplifting, and it's been like that for every room that I've been in. And yeah, I love everyone that I've shared a room with. I've been very blessed and lucky. But have I? Everyone is cool. Even you guys watching this, I know you guys, if you were to share a dressing room, would be lit. And just getting to know everyone differently. My other favourite person, especially in this concert, is Harry Dunnett. He's my fave because he's leaving as well, so it's like we said to each other, let's make this the most fun time ever. So yeah, and that's what we're doing. I love people like that, I love friends like that. Big up Harry Dunnett. So how does faith fit into what you do? Well, faith fits in everything I do, for sure. When I'm out there as a performer, when I'm walking into work, when I'm going back home, like in terms of like performing and stuff, like it's not easy to perform every night. Like it's not the same every night. You get anxious thoughts and you get nervous sometimes, and you want to renew things, you want to continue to be grateful and continue to you know manage the mind and how it's thinking. So yeah, whenever I'm feeling a bit off or like uneased, I pray, I say affirmations. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm loved, I am successful, I am enough. Amen. I pray, I say affirmations. Scriptures also help me. And also it's a beautiful show because it includes a lot of faith as well, and talks and speaks about God, and obviously I would say it's from a Christian perspective and stuff, so that's really helpful. And you know, going through life and the faith is, and me having faith is helping me through my life, so being a show that goes through someone's life till the end is very special. God has been doing a work in my life, guys. Been doing a work. My faith has been strengthened, and also the fact that I'm in this show and it's very disciplined, I'm able to also be disciplined within my faith as well, so that's key, and it's been amazing. And also everyone, it's been nice because everyone's been so like understanding, I suppose, or that's understanding, but like respectful of each other's space, whether you believe or whether you don't. This industry is so respectful of that, and I really admire that. What else is there? Faith is a part of like everyday life, isn't it? It's not just a show or anything, but it's everyday life. So as much as that I go out there and it's great audiences, great responses, and great, you know, a lot of love comes to you, I have to, as I receive it, I give it up. I give it up to God, because I know without him, without my health and strength, without this voice that he's blessed me with, I don't know how I do it. I'm just like, Lord, how am I here every day? How? I'm here because he wants me to be here, and I'm singing, and he's blessed me with this voice, and I'm just using it to glorify him and to tell that story and to put a smile in on people's faces and in people's hearts. He's doing a work in different ways, and I know, you know, it's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. My time here is coming to an end, but I know that it's all for a good reason, and God has said, Shan, I'm ready for you to move on to some other things now, you know. So my gift has to be used in other places. But guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been Shan, Les Mis Eponine edition. I hope I've answered your questions and that it will make sense, and that you have an understanding of my journey, my Les Mis journey, and that you're inspired, and that you continue to go after what it is that you are going after, and that you're also open to whatever needs to come to you. Because, you know, I didn't necessarily like grow up in musical theatre like wanting to be in the West End as much as I did know about the West End, and I did audition for shows, and I would have loved to have been in the West End, but it was never like the #1 goal. So to have been here, like, wow, it's a true blessing. So I encourage you to just be open to whatever it is that God wants to bring into your life, because you'll be surprised, like me. So yeah, it's been great, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the session. Do I call it a session? Enjoyed the session, enjoyed the chat. Love chatting with you guys. We must do it again soon. Let me know if you want me to do another one, or what you want me to talk about. I'm here. I've got time now. I've got time. I'll be doing all them videos, so look out for my next video. Can't wait to hear my guitar again. can't wait to sing to you guys and write some songs and stuff. But I will miss Eponine, I will miss Les Mis so much, and I am truly grateful for the journey that I've had on this show. I'm truly grateful for the journey I've had on this show. I've been spoiled rotten, and it's been a true blessing to have worked with so many people. We've done so many productions in such a short space of time. Like, wow, thank you guys, and thank everyone for their support. What a special show. The people, the music, the story, theatres, big up to the whole team, everyone, the creatives, the directors, like everyone. Mwah, love you guys. Bye.